joining pause, joining the video right now. For those of you guys that are joining, let me know exactly where you are viewing from at the moment so I can shout you out. Let me know exactly where you're viewing from. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my BAi Vision and exactly why I think that this is this is the only machine you should think about getting right now at the moment in this present climate that we're living in right now, guys. So yeah, let me wait for a few people to join in real fast, and I'm just doing some little bit of housekeeping right here. Little bit of housekeeping right here. Gotta delete a few things off of the video and add a few things just so you guys have it. All right. Again, waiting for a few people to join in. So, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining, Buddy Holcomb B. I'm here to answer your questions today about the BAi multi-needle embroidery machine. I know you guys had a lot of questions. I know you guys saw me get the machine, and I know you guys are wondering what happened. What happened? Why did you decide to go buy? Why did you decide to go buy a BAi? Would you decide, and what is your findings? Most of all, and I covered this briefly in another video, but I want to go over it again, and I want to go over it live with you guys, so you guys can get the ask me the questions that you guys have right live and on the spot. And if you guys are catching this video late, you guys can ask me down in the comments, and I'll answer all your questions pertaining to the BAi embroidery machine. Now, I have the BAi Vision, and I can tell you straight up, I've loved it so far since I've owned it. And this is not a video talking about how much I love it and stuff like that. This is a video talking about the honest to God truth from a real user. It's not one of those videos where I'm going to be telling you what I think. This is a video talking about my real life experience using the machine in my business, and why I've come to the conclusion that this machine is probably the only machine you should be thinking about buying at the moment in the present climate that we're living in to start your embroidery business or to add to the machines that you have to grow your embroidery business. Let me back up just a little bit. So imagine that you are somebody who doesn't have any machines, and imagine that you were looking for a machine. What are some of the few things that come to mind when looking for a multi-needle embroidery machine to start your embroidery business? In the comments, let me know what are a few things that comes to your mind. A few things that come to my mind right off the bat is reliability. Is the machine going to be reliable, right? Another thing that comes to mind is cost. How much the machine costs, right? Another thing that comes to mind is customer service. What's the customer service experience gonna be like after I purchase this machine? What if something happens? Are the people that I bought the machine from gonna be there for me if and when something goes wrong? And trust me, guys, something always goes wrong. So those are a few things that's heavy, that weighed heavy in me determining whether or not I should make this video and whether or not I should advise you guys to do this thing. Since I've been using it for months and months and months now, recently I find myself, when it's time to do a proof or when it's time to do something that I want some really, really good quality, I want the client to be impressed with. Those of you guys that follow me on Instagram, especially, and watch my stories, know and can see that I've found myself running and plugging my .dst files into the BAi Vision embroidery machine because I trust, after using the machine for so long, I trust it more so than any of my other machines. Not to say that anything's wrong with my other machines, but I find myself running towards that machine and using that machine for testing as well as production, and knowing that I can get something quality out of that machine on a consistent basis. So, Buddy says, I'll admit, I hit the brakes on Racoma. Also spoke to your BAi rep in Miami. Glad to find out about BAi. Does the machine require an operator to stand over it to monitor it while it's working? No. Um, in my production, while I've been producing, I always, I do this with all my machines. If you can't walk away from a machine, it defeats the purpose of having a multimedia machine, because the point is being able to multitask, right? That machine is supposed to operate like like it's an employee. So you should be able to leave your machine alone, walk away, come back, see where your design is at, and keep on going from there. And for the most part, and I say for the most part because you're always going to get a thread break here and there, but not as I find myself getting significantly less incidences with my BAi Vision. And I always, no matter what I'm embroidering on, I always walk away and multitask with my machines. Like I said, if you can't walk away, then it defeats the purpose. And the other machines that I have, it seems like you just have to fine tune them a lot better, and there's a lot more variables that can go wrong when embroidering. Like I said from the beginning, they're a lot more manual, and if you can operate those, you can operate anything. And I think a large part of that is the BAi Vision's stand that it comes with. It's really heavy duty, so it keeps the head really stable while embroidering, so you're less likely to have issues. And it is one of those companies that we first saw overseas, and then it wasn't available here. You had to order it from overseas, but now that it's hit the mainstream, they've really listened to their customers and took into consideration a few things and built a better machine overall, a good quality machine overall. I can vouch for that because like I said, I've used it and I've talked to the reps personally. And one of the things that I like right now about the machine specifically, is the fact that they're still fairly new. And when a company's been around for a while and they have a large customer base, that could actually work against them, because now their customer service is being spread too thin. And as a business, I can tell you that it's your obligation to be selfish as a business, because other companies, when they are dealing with the way they make money and the way they do business, they're selfish, right? They have to do what's best for the company. So I encourage you to do what's best for your company, like I do what's best for me, and to make decisions that's going to benefit you and your company. That's your job as the owner of that company, to be selfish and to make the best decisions that's going to have your company be profitable, spend the least money, get the best product for the least amount of money that you can spend. That's why I always say it doesn't make sense to pay more to embroider the same thing. And that's why I'm making this video for you guys right now, because I found that for the price, there isn't anything better on the market. There isn't anything that comes close to it when you put everything in perspective. Everything meaning the price, the quality of stitch that you get, and the customer service that you're going to get, because it's still a new company offering and it's not that widespread yet. All right, so the company that I recommend you guys purchase your BAi from, that's going to give you this great customer service, is Print Direct US. That's where I bought mine. I bought mine from Print Direct US. Oh, product link down description below, affiliate link down description below. Yes, I am an affiliate, but not like any other affiliate. I've taken months off, haven't made videos about it. I've researched it, I've used it, a lot of stitch hours, produced garments for people. Like I said, those of you guys that follow me on Instagram, A-Dubb Production on Instagram, You've seen me using the machine on a consistent basis for months and months and months now. And I'm not going to sit here and make a video and talk about and endorse something that I don't believe in, especially with the background that I've, and the reputation that I've built for myself over the years. I feel like I'm obligated to give you guys the best information possible that I can. And that's what I've been doing. Even with the Racoma machines, right? I told you guys that they worked, and they do work. Now, right now, I'm not going to go into that side of things. Let's stick to the BAi. Print Direct US sells BAi machines, and because they're such a new company, I feel that that's a really, really good thing, and that can work out in your favor at the moment, because they can offer you guys really, really good customer service in the event that something goes wrong with your machine, which to me it's less likely because of the build quality and because of how my machine has been running so far during ownership. I think it's really robust. It has all the usability and all the features that my other machines has. And overall, when I'm doing projects and I'm embroidering the same thing on multiple machines, my BAi Vision is like, it just goes and goes and goes while I'm adjusting thread break over here, adjusting tension over here, doing this. The only time I find that most of the time my BAi stops is when I need to change bobbin thread. When I ran out of bobbin thread. Now I need to take a new bobbin out, put a new bobbin in. So overall, my experience has been, I'm really, really impressed how they can deliver something that can grow your business and produce you a quality product for your customers on a consistent basis for such a small price. I'm not sure how they're able to do it, but it seems to me like we are being overpriced, overcharged for other machines, because I think that they can do the same thing, if that makes sense. Like, especially, like I said, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm just here to talk about the BAi Vision and my experience with it. It seems to me though like other companies can do the same thing, because why is this company able to offer you a low cost machine with such high quality and other companies can't? Have we been getting financially raped here? Have we been, I shouldn't have said that word. Have we been getting financially taken advantage of here? Possibly. But like I said, let's talk about the economy and how things are right now. And that's another thing, another reason why I wanted to come on here and tell you guys and what I'm basing my opinion on. It's only going to get worse right now, I feel like. And whether you have a regular job or not, nothing's guaranteed. Everything's up for grabs right now. And the one thing that we can do for ourselves is to start and have a second source of income. So let's go back to the beginning, what I was talking about. Imagine you're somebody that has no machine. Imagine if you're just getting started and you want a multi-needle machine and you want to start building a business. It makes sense to spend the least amount of money as possible so you don't have to take on a huge financial burden, so you can start making money from day one or day two of owning your machine, because that's my experience. It's easy to use. You can plug in a file from day one after you figure out how to use the interface and embroider a quality product from day one. That's my experience, right? In the event that anything goes wrong with that one machine that you have, right? Let's say you made it to the point where you can quit your job, or you made it to the point where you might have been in a situation where you got laid off, or you might have been in a situation where your business starts earning more money than your regular job, right? Or a situation like myself. You left your regular job, and all of a sudden, this became your main source of income. Right? That's where I'm at right now. YouTube's not my main source of income. Embroidering and custom garment decorating is my main source of income right now, guys. In case you didn't notice, like, I haven't been making videos that often, but I'm here to tell you guys from a first real user experience right here. If you're in that position where now your embroidery machine and you only have one is your main source of income, what if something goes wrong with that machine? You want to put yourself in a situation where you're doing business with another business or another company that can get you back up and running as soon as possible, especially when your livelihood depends on it. And that's why I said sometimes when companies grow so much, that growth could be a negative thing in the overall scheme of things, in the overall grand look at things, because if you grow too fast, you grow a whole lot, you're reducing staff, you're trying to be efficient, but you can't service the customers that you have, and that you've had in a timely manner when their livelihoods depend on it. And that's why I said that's another determining factor with right now, Print Direct US being a smaller company right now. They can handle the volume that they have out here, and they can give you a good quality customer service experience and deal with you on a one-on-one basis and get you back up and running as soon as possible, because they aren't as big as the other big companies that are out there. That's one thing. They don't cost as much as the other big companies out there. They have technicians, and their technicians are servicing less machines. They're here in the US. I think they have 2 or 3 locations here in the US that you can get your machine really, really fast and be up and running. There's so many different reasons why, guys, but like I said, I'm just here to give you guys my take and my honest opinion based off of my experience as a BAi user right now. Let me see how many people are on here. Okay, got quite a few people on here. Got 20 people in chat. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. If you're watching this video live, give this video a thumbs up to help push it out in the algorithm, because other people need to hear this information, especially coming from somebody who used to champion another machine so much. And I still stand behind everything that I said previously about other machines, because those are just my honest opinions based off of what I've experienced live, right? But as of right now, as of today, I'm telling you that this is the best for your money, because everything that I did in the past, I could still do it with this machine and then some for less money. It just makes sense to me. It just makes sense to me. And there's no way that anybody can argue that case. You can come on here and argue the case, but I'm going to tell you the same thing like I said before. Give me your DST file and stitch it out in your machine. I'll stitch it out in mine, and we'll compare the two. You know, that's how confident I am in this machine. Seriously. Trudy True Queen says, facts. This is why I switched to BAi customer service and price of the machine. Exactly. And when something is priced the way it is, you can scale a lot faster. You can start, and it doesn't hurt as much. It doesn't hurt as much financially. You put yourself in less of a bind. And here's some advice to you guys. I know you guys heard a lot of people say this, but you probably didn't pay attention to it. In business, they say when you have your own business, when you're an entrepreneur, when you get paid from a client, the first thing you want to do is pay yourself. Pay yourself. And listen to me when I say this. The first thing you want to do is to pay yourself. So you have a few different accounts set up, right? Get paid from a client, be a credit card, your payment processor, however, it goes to your business account, right? Take out some of that money and pay yourself. That's your discretion, how much you want to pay yourself. When I say pay yourself, I don't mean take some cash out and go buy something. No. I mean, take some money out of how much you got paid, right? And sit it in a separate account, and that's how you pay yourself. You have that as your reserves, so to speak, right? Take out whatever percentage rate that you live in for your state. In Philadelphia, 6%. I charge 7% actually, sales tax, and I set that in another account, and I set the balance in the regular business checking, and that's my operation. That's the money that I use to buy more thread, buy more stabilizer, buy more needles, right? And over time, when you continuously do that on a consistent basis, what you're gonna find is, in no time, that's how you grow, right? That's how you grow without realizing that you're growing. Because over time, what you're gonna realize, when tax time comes, I advise you guys to get a CPA so you can tax strategize, right? When tax time comes, or even before that, you're gonna look at that other account that you've been sitting money to the side and be like, oh my gosh, there's $4,000 there, there's $6,000 there. That's enough for me to scale up and buy another machine, right? So these are strategies that you can use to scale faster. I think most people just, and I was guilty of this, I just left my money in one account, and I just used to pay bills, and you pay it off as quick as possible. And it seems like you're not growing, you're not getting anything back, because that account, it doesn't seem like it's growing. It doesn't seem like it's growing because you're putting money out, and you see a little bit of money in there, and you're tempted to just go spend it. But what you need to do is be setting money aside on a consistent basis, so that when the time comes, you can go ahead and scale up so you can produce faster, like I've done. It wasn't until I started doing that I was able to buy another machine and buy another machine and buy another machine and scale up, because I had my operational costs in one account, I had my taxes set up in another account, and then I have my reserves in another account. And when that reserve account grew to a certain point, now I can boom, buy another machine, boom, buy another machine. Still got my operations account set up, my main checking account set up, and that's how you guys do it. That's how I advise you do it. But you guys, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an accountant or anything like that, so you can do it how you want to do it, but always pay yourself first. That's what I advise you to do. Backhouse West says, what's up, A-Dubb? What's going on, Backhouse? Thank you so much for joining in. So right now, I'm going to take some questions that you guys might have for me relative to anything that you want to know, because I know a lot of people would ask me questions, and I know a lot of you guys probably did not get your notification and know that I'm live right now. So if you're catching this during the replay, you guys can ask questions in the comments about anything that you want to know relative to my experience with the BAi Embroidery Machine. And I encourage you, please use my BAi affiliate link down in the description below when you are purchasing your BAi machine from Print Direct US. That's who you want to go through. You want to go through Print Direct US. Tell them A-Dubb sent you. They'll take care of you, because you're going to get the quality customer service that you want. You're going to be able to call a company that's going to give you the quality, best customer service that you can, because like I said, they're a new company. A lot of people don't even know about Print Direct US, right? But they're the company that sells the BAi embroidery machines. And you guys can look around social media right now, and you guys can see a shift starting to happen. You guys can see the people that are embroidering and showing their work online, can see that a lot of them are starting to use BAi machines and embroider beautiful products with these BAi multi-needle embroidery machines. So that's the move, guys. That's the move. That's what we're doing right now. Those are the machines that we're getting right now. Those are the machines that you're going to get the most bang for your buck, right? Why pay more to embroider the same thing? It doesn't make sense from a business perspective. Be selfish about your business and make the best decisions for your business. And making the best decision for your business means spending the least amount of money so you can be as profitable as possible, as fast as possible. And that means buying a product that costs less, that can embroider you a quality garment that your customer's going to be happy with, and that you can scale faster with. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's the only reason why I'm here, is to show you guys my findings. And if something better comes along, guess what? Show you guys that too. But for right now, for customer service purposes, the company that sells them is available here in the United States, so they can't get away from you. They can't run from you. They can't hide from you. You don't have to wait till 1 o'clock in the morning to talk to them on the phone because they're in China. You can talk to somebody during our business hours. They're available right here. The price is right. And by the way, like I said, things are possibly, unfortunately, going to get worse for us here in the United States of America. So take that into consideration, because the great prices that they have right now can possibly go up if shipping costs continue to rise, if fuel costs continue to rise. I know prices have already gone up on everything nationwide, especially those things that come from overseas. But even those things that don't come from overseas, parts and stuff like that, a lot of stuff come from overseas. So take advantage of it when you can. And I've told you guys before, if things are a little tight for you and you have a batch of money sat to the side, if this is something that you've been thinking about doing now, you should do it now. Because guess what? That $5,000 to $6,000 to $7,000 that you have sitting in your account doing nothing is better off investing and starting a side business. And I know you guys have heard it before online, especially right now. Now is the time that you need to start a side business, because everything's more expensive. Groceries are going up. Gas prices are ridiculous. Everything's just, so you need something. You need to make your money make money. And one of the ways you can do that is by getting involved in this business, especially if this is something that you're interested in. Only actually if this is something that you're interested in, that you've been researching. If that's for you, then this is the best choice for you right now. Coming from an experienced user, you guys can go back in my channel and see how long I've been using these machines, ever since I came from single needle to multi-needle to multiple multi-needles. There's a reason why I went with the other company, but now I'm going with this company because I feel, I feel like this is the best quality product at the best price point for my people, if you know what I'm talking about. For my people, this is what we're doing right now. All right. So spread the word, share this video out with your friends, and let them know that A-Dubb sent you. And A-Dubb said, Alan Wade, A-Dubb Productions said, this is the best machine to buy for the money. It's going to give you the best quality customer service and the best quality stitch out available to you right now. All right. So that's what we're doing. Gail says, hi, Alan, and chat. What's going on, Gail? How are you doing? All right, I'm going to stay on just for a little bit while longer because I have a few other projects to do. And just so you guys, if you guys are interested, I've been MIA for a while because I've been working. I've been working like crazy. Between DTF, by the way, if you're interested in DTF transfers, hit me up. I can help you out. DTF transfers available at AlanAwade.com right here. AlanAwade.com for your custom DTF transfers if you need that. I've also been doing a lot of screen printing lately, guys, but I've only been doing one color jobs, been knocking them out like crazy. Matter of fact, I need to send right now. I have to send a proof for somebody right now for a job that I can potentially get. It's a 600 shirt job, so I already worked on the artwork and stuff like that because their artwork wasn't that good. I'm gonna actually do the proof on my screen right here, and then once I do it on my screen, I know that I can get a better quality print on my Goka Pro QS200. So I'm gonna play around with that after I get off a chat. I also have multi-patch job to do. It's like 60 patches that I have to do, but they're different colors and different color variations, so it's gonna take me a while to do that. So yeah, I've been working, guys. I've been doing a lot of custom jobs, and those of you guys that follow me on Instagram, you guys have seen me doing it, so you guys know. But AlanAwade.com, if you want your stuff, if you want to order some DTF transfers. A-Dubb-Productions.com if you need something digitized. I also digitize embroidery artworks also. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me go back to the chat real fast and see if I have any questions in here. Right, I got can you daisy chain these machines? No, you can't daisy chain. I don't think. No, I don't think you can daisy chain the BAi embroidery machines, but you can. I see the thing about daisy chaining, right? I don't really see a benefit in daisy chaining machines, in getting them to function like a 2-head or a 3-head or a 4-head. And I'll tell you the reason why. And that's the reason why I never went for a 6-head, and I opted to just have go for 2 heads, right? Okay, so you got to decide what you want to do. If you want to be a person that takes really, really big bulk orders, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Get yourself a 6-head. After you get your feet wet, after you get your feet wet and get your first single head machine, go ahead and go for that 6-head. Go ahead and go for that, you know, multi-needle, multi-heads machine if you want to. Demetrius says I'm the best digitizer of the game. Thank you so much, Demetrius. I appreciate you, man. So yeah, where I lost my train of thought. So if that's what you want to do, if you want to produce mass amount of stuff, then that's what you do. But one of my strategies with my business was I wanted to cater to part of the market that I felt was underserved. And that part of the market that's underserved is people that don't want super huge bulk order. Like people don't want 100 or 200 or 300, right? So I want to cater to that customer that only wanted 12 or only wanted 6 or only wanted 4. So, and I want to take multiple customers that wanted those small things. So part of business, guys, is thinking about, okay, what part of the market is underserved and how can I serve them the best way possible? And having a 6-head isn't it, because it will tie up all my heads doing one project, right? That's why the daisy chain thing didn't matter to me. That's why I went from a single head to a 2-head to another single head to another 2-head to another single head. Because now, if I want to work on one job, I can put that job on this machine, and I can put a separate job on the other machine. If you got your machines daisy chained together, or you got a 6-head, and you know you can only work on one machine on one design on that 6-head, and the other heads, like say you got only 4, you say you got, you guys know what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna give you guys an example. You guys know exactly what I'm trying to say. So, and I've been in most of my jobs that I get, I'm in a situation where I gotta, you know, do hats over here on a 2-head and a single head, and then I'm gonna embroider my sweatshirts over here on my 2-head and my other single head, right? So that's how I operate my business. And like I said, going back to the BAi situation, I'm not just saying this because you guys know I only talk from experience. Lately, I find myself when I go to the studio and I want something quality embroidered, I find myself running to the BAi Vision first to put my design in, especially when I want a sample that I want the customer to be impressed with, and I want something, I want to go in there and I want to have the least problems as possible, because you guys know it's stressful when you go in and you embroider and you anticipate and you know, oh boy, this is about to be a whole thing with a bunch of thread breaks. When I put my files in the BAi, I don't have to worry about any of that. I put my file in the BAi, load it up and put my hoop in, press start, go upstairs, hang out, chill out, and I hear my machine downstairs running smoothly, and I have nothing to worry about. All right, so yeah, real fast. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, use my BAi affiliate link down in the description below. If you have any questions, if you're catching this video on a replay, leave your questions down in the comment section down below. I appreciate it. I'll get to you guys as soon as possible. And if you guys have any other questions, period, I'm here for you as an experienced and seasoned user and an advisor of these machines, trying to give you guys the best advice possible for you to grow your business. Not for the companies to grow their business, for you to grow the business, for you to grow your business, and the advice that makes the most sense based off of real life experience in my business. That's where I come into play, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Shout out to Print Direct US, Shout out to BAi. Shout out to them for giving us the best opportunity to make quality products at the lowest cost and giving us the best quality customer service in the game right now. All right, talk to you guys later. Links down in the description below.